So today's question actually comes from my dad, who was asking me stuff while I was rewatching all the Star Wars movies before The Rise of Skywalker comes out. He asked, how did Vader come to find out about Luke? And in other words, he meant how did he find out that Luke was his son? And back in the day, way back when the original trilogy was first being released, when my dad was a kid, no one really thought much of it. You could assume that Vader knew about him through the Force, because numerous times over the course of the originals, Vader contacts and speaks with Luke using the Force, so assumptions can be made there. But then we got the prequels. And the prequels threw everything we thought we knew out the window. In the case of Vader and Luke, Anakin's turn to the dark side is revealed over the course of Episode 3 and culminates with a heated argument between him and Padme, who he wishes to save using the dark side of the Force. Ironically, he only ends up hurting and leaving her unconscious while he begins his duel with Obi-Wan. Now after that fight, after Obi-Wan won with the high ground, we see the births of Luke and Leia, as well as the birth of Darth Vader, where Emperor Palpatine calmly explains that, in his anger, Vader killed Padme and his unborn child.
Lord Vader, can you hear me?
Yes, Master. Where is Padme? Is she safe? Is she all right?
It seems in your anger, you killed her.
I couldn't have. She was alive. I felt it.
By how he reacted, Vader actually believed the Emperor. He believed he killed the ones he was trying to protect this whole time. And it was actually this scene where my dad asked me today's question, because we can't assume Vader used the Force to find Luke, because he didn't even know he existed. Well, the answer to this question will not be found in any of the movies. For this question, we must turn to the new canon, more specifically two certain comic books, one titled Darth Vader, issue 6, which is the 6th entry in Marvel's Vader comics, and Star Wars issue 6, which is also by Marvel. Now, these two comic series have numerous tie-ins together and with other comic book series, but the main premise, at least for the entries we're going to be focusing on, takes place after the destruction of the Death Star. Luke, who is trying to understand more about the Jedi and his destiny, is pursued by Boba Fett on the order of Darth Vader, who wishes for answers of his own while he must continue to do the Emperor's bidding. To make a long story short, Fett discovers the identity and name of Luke, but he fails to capture the boy, and then he returns to Vader, who awaits his report on his own Star Destroyer. Fett told him he lost the boy, but mentions, in just some random off comment, that he at least learned his name, Skywalker. Now Vader was gonna kill Fett for his failure to bring him anything, but the mention of Skywalker stopped him. That was not a name he heard often, if at all. He, much like you probably can, connected the dots, saw through Palpatine's half-truth, and made it his objective to get the boy and turn him to the dark side.
There is no escape. Don't make me destroy you. Luke, you do not yet realize your importance. You have only begun to discover your power. Join me, and I will complete your training. With our combined strength, we can end this destructive conflict and bring order to the galaxy.
I'll never join you!
If you only knew the power of the dark side. Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father.
He told me enough. He told me you killed him.
No. I am your father.
No.
If you, like my dad, have any questions, comments, or concerns regarding this video, Star Wars, or its lore, you can leave them in the comment section down below, and I'll be sure to read each and every one of them. Thanks for watching.